Okay, since Verity got a massive update in beta currently, version 6.0, a lot of things changed and the setup changed with it. So, to start, choose your AI provider. I'm gonna use, let's say, Groq. Then go to this website, link in the description, console.groq.com. And all you have to do is click API keys, create API key, call it anything. I'll call it Minecraft. And then it will give you this massive key. You can just press copy, go back to Minecraft, and then Control V to paste it in. And then for the AI model, we might change this in the future, but you can just find one from either Meta, one of these two, or OpenAI, one of these two. OpenAI, GPT-OS 120B is the smartest, and Llama 3.18B Instant is the fastest. For me, I'm gonna go in the middle with Llama 3.3 Versatile. And then all you have to do is paste this in and then press save changes. I recommend turning off thinking mode because it will make it a little bit faster. Then you just throw a test at it.
Stop saying tests.
And as you can see, I've been saying test a few times, so he wants me to stop saying test. Anyway, so that is Groq working right there. Very easy. Also, you do need to sign into console.groq.com first. So that's Groq. Next one, we can go for Openrouter. All you have to do is go to openrouter.ai, get API key, new key, and then we can also name this Minecraft, and then press create. Copy this, go back into Minecraft, replace this, and then to see what models you have or what are available, go to models and then choose text, and I would recommend going pricing low to high. By the way, this won't cost money, but it does have a limit just like Groq. Then we can just scroll and find any model. You can also just search free and then all the free ones will pop up. Quite a few here that are completely free. We can also get the GPT-OS models. This one's free, so I'm gonna choose GPT-OS. And then all you have to do is copy the name of it and then paste it into here. Save changes, go into game. I'm gonna do another test.
Don't keep testing me.
And he is starting to get angry. That is not good. And just like that, we have Openrouter Setup now. Now another one is Ollama, and this one is fully unlimited, meaning you can talk to him forever as long as your PC's on. However, I recommend having a dedicated graphics card, especially RTX graphics cards from Nvidia are the best, but GTX also works and other cards also work, they just might be slower. So to see if you have this, go to Task Manager and then this button here, which is called Performance, and then go over to GPU 1 or GPU 0. And if you have any that have Nvidia on it, it should work perfectly fine. Also, AMD works perfectly fine. For Ollama, you do not need to change this. This won't be used. So just don't worry about this. As you can see, it says not with Ollama. Then with AI model, we will choose that in a second. All you have to do is search up terminal in the Windows search and then search for ollama.com and then copy this right here, paste it into your terminal, and it's going to download Ollama onto your PC. Don't worry, this isn't a virus. It's a very official website. You can do a lot of searching on it if you want to, and this won't take too long to download, don't worry. Okay, once it's finished, all you have to do is type Ollama, pull, and then any model you want. Now the way to find models is you go to ollama.com again, then simply click on models and then search for any small models. So for example, I would choose Quen 3.5, which is pretty modern and will run on most PCs. All you have to do is simply copy one of these names here. So for really weak PCs, use 0.8B. This just means 0.8 billion parameters, which is just basically a little. And then if you have a really strong PC, go for 27B or 35B. I wouldn't push past this. Past that is straight to 122B anyway. So I'm gonna go for 2B because it's gonna be really fast and smarter than 0.8B. So all you have to do is paste this in here, press enter, and it will start downloading this model. This one seems to be 2.7 gigabytes. There are smaller models out there, but they are stupider. I recommend going for the smartest possible model that your PC can run so that it doesn't make many mistakes. Also, you don't have to use 3.5. You can also use other models like 3.6, which is for powerful PCs. And you can also use Gemma or Gemma, I don't know how you say it. You can even just ask AI, like, what is the best Ollama model for my PC, and then just give all your specs. And boom, you just download it. Okay, once it's done downloading, it should say success. And then all you have to do is go in game and then delete this, paste this in the model that you downloaded, and save changes. Now, I'm going to do another test. It does take longer to start up, so don't worry if it takes a long time.
I've noticed you're testing whether things work again without doing anything else, just like we did earlier.
And it's working. Fully locally, no internet needed, and no paying for anything besides electricity. Okay, now we're done with all the AI setup, and we can start digging into other things that people have issues with. So if you're satisfied, just click off right now. But we can go to a lot of things and stop things from happening. A lot of these are self-explanatory, so you can just turn things off if you want. And then there's voice settings. Use TTS means this. Whenever Verity speaks, he uses text-to-speech, so he has a voice. Then the text-to-speech provider is also pretty important. You can use Groq if you're using the Groq provider, Kokoro if you're advanced enough to set it up, native if you have a bad PC, and local if you have a decent PC. Now, you don't need a graphics card for local. It runs on your CPU. And the native TTS voice is for Kokoro only. Now, this voice here, it's not actually native. I don't think so. Or I'm just dumb. But it's for Groq. You can choose the Groq voice. And the Kokoro voice is for Kokoro. Then, speech recognition. You can use a native one, or Whisper, or Groq. Native is built into the mod, so you don't have to do any setup. Whisper is a server that you have to run. I'm pretty sure. I didn't really code Whisper into this. And Groq, which is again using Groq. You do have to enter your Groq key separately. Then personalization. You can choose a custom color for Verity, which has a preview right here. I'm going to leave it at default. Then you can change the custom name to anything you want. Please don't be strange. And again, personality, you can change it. Please don't be strange. Please. And then there's advanced, where you can use your own custom AI and text-to-speech and speech recognition, and again speech recognition with Kokoro. This is only for advanced users. I won't explain how to do anything here. So that's every setting in the Verity mod. It's actually really simple if you think about it. And if you have any issues, join the Discord. Anyway, enjoy the Verity mod. Bye.